Hey everybody, welcome to Geeks on the Street. This is episode 11. I am here with the great Mike Kalia. My name is Marshall Crook. We are going to touch on the controversial Martin Scorsese movie that's out in the theater right now, because it's amazing that there's a controversial Martin Scorsese movie out in the theaters right now.
Such a breath of fresh air.
We both have seen The Wolf of Wall Street. My quick take, I was thoroughly entertained by it. I thought it was hilarious. I think the Quaaludes scene at the end is brilliant. But I was pretty apathetic about the characters, and I just didn't really have much of a connection to what was going on the screen, even though I was entertained by it. So coming out of it and seeing this anger and these counter arguments about whether or not it glorifies everything, I just felt it was so obviously one guy's point of view that it's almost not worth getting angry about, because I don't think there was any real editorializing going on. Mike, what did you think?
The Wolf of Wall Street, to me, is a great film. An instant classic. But I think it glorifies this stuff. Mm-hmm. I really do. I think it glorifies all this horrible stuff. Because it has to. Mm-hmm. Because, as you said, it's from such a specific point of view. Jordan Belfort's. It would be dishonest for Jordan Belfort to tell us a story where all these things were looked at as terrible. He was having fun doing this. His buddies were having fun. He was having the time of his life being a disgusting alpha male type. It was so dead on, the feeling that I got from this. So dead on that it was being glorified, that I can kind of see where people are coming from. But I also think a lot of the critics are missing the point. I think they're missing, like you said, this so specific point of view.
If you acknowledge that it's this very specific, this one guy's point of view, and if you're angry with that, so what you're really mad about, or what you're debating, is whether or not the film should exist at all. Like, is this the type of person that should get their own movie, or should get their story told in a movie form? And you might want to have that debate, but that seems to me a dead end. The piece of art is already there, and while I didn't have the same connection to it that you did, I have no problem with it existing. Yeah. And as you say, it's like, if it wants to be this risky movie that glorifies its subject matter, maybe people should have to deal with that, and that's fine.
Should we just completely avoid telling stories about horrible people? How do we learn from the past? I think you need to see these movies, and I think you need to see why these people were motivated to do certain things. By the end of the movie, I felt exhilarated. I felt filthy, though.
Real quick, a movie that did make me feel filthy in a way that this movie didn't, that did make me feel angry and made me feel like I was complicit in something that was morally wrong. Real quick, if you want to have a really dark experience, check out this movie, The Night Porter. It is with Charlotte Rampling, and you've probably seen parodies of it, but it sexualizes the Holocaust in a way that makes you feel really, really uncomfortable. Real quick, what's your recommendation?
And if that doesn't make you want to red box it, I don't know what will. I've seen it, and it's worth checking out. Night Porter came out in 1974, so did my recommendation. Something Happened by Joseph Heller, the Catch-22 author. A novel told from the perspective of a businessman who, like Jordan Belfort, is caught up in all kinds of debaucheries and doesn't care for his home life and tells the same story over and over again, tells the same thing over and over again, just, more and more absurd as things go on. By the time the main thing happens in the book, it's almost treated as an afterthought. The reason why it works for me as a comparison to Wolf of Wall Street, the main character in Something Happened, like Jordan Belfort, is trying to avoid the truth, trying to get around the dark flaw at the heart of their existence. And I think it's worth checking out.
Yeah. Well, listen, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
Mike, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Marshall.
All right, guys. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.